Today we're diving into something a little different. A LinkedIn newsletter article by Carma Spence about how to make a business book really stand out.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's called the Pink Gorilla Strategy.
Okay.
And
Pitchy.
it is. It is.
Yeah.
And, when you think about it, it makes sense,
Yeah.
right? It's all about, you've got these big ideas in a business book that you have to cover.
You have to hit those.
Right. You have to hit them.
Yeah. The big.
Like trust and leadership,
Yeah.
productivity, things like that. But how do you make them? Like, not cliche.
Yeah. How do you keep it fresh?
Right. How do you keep it fresh?
Because everybody's talking about those things.
Exactly.
So it's really about finding those books that just grab you, and how do you emulate that?
Right. And that's where this pink gorilla metaphor comes in.
Okay.
So Karma, she says there's two ways to approach it.
Okay.
You could either dance with the gorilla,
Dance with it.
or you can challenge it.
Okay. So what? So you agree with it?
Right. So dancing is basically like you agree with the concept, but you add your own kind of spin on it.
Got it. So you're acknowledging that these are the core ideas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the foundation.
Yeah, the foundation.
But you're putting your own little twist on it.
Your own flavor.
Yeah, exactly. Your own little flair.
Uh-huh. And then challenging it is really going against the grain and saying, well, this is why this doesn't work. Or this is a different way to look at it.
Interesting. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, for example, instead of just saying trust is important in leadership.
Yeah, everybody says that, right?
Right.
What's the nuance?
You could say, well, maybe transparency is more important.
Oh, interesting. So instead of building trust over time, you're just an open book right away.
Right. You're just like, this is who I am. This is what I stand for.
Yeah. Be upfront.
Yeah. So Karma, she really emphasizes both, like the familiar and the original.
You have to have both. Yeah.
You have to have both.
Yeah.
And it's like she says in the article, your book doesn't need to cover these topics identically, but it should address those key expectations that readers have.
Right. You have to meet them where they are, but then take them somewhere new.
Exactly. And then you add your own, kind of twist, your own
spice.
Yeah, your own spice.
And I love that we're getting this advice right from a LinkedIn newsletter.
Right.
Like Carma Spence, she's putting out content and knows how to stand out.
Exactly.
In a really crowded space.
And she gives this great example. She says, if everyone discusses productivity as time management,
yeah,
why not introduce energy management as a focus instead?
Oh, I like that. It's subtle.
It is.
But it totally reframes it.
It does.
It makes you think differently.
And it still meets the reader's needs.
Totally. It's what are the tired, old cliches in my field? Right?
Yeah.
And how can I flip them on their head a little bit?
Yes, exactly.
So it's not just about having a cool book title,
There's real substance to this pink gorilla strategy.
There is. And she also gives a really good strategy for figuring out what people want.
Okay, before you even write the book.
Yeah, before you even write the book.
Okay, I'm interested.
So you ready for this?
Yeah, hit me.
3-star reviews.
3-star reviews.
Yes.
Okay.
Not 5-star, not 1-star.
I would have thought those were the ones to avoid.
I know.
But okay.
But she says those are gold.
Why is that?
Because, think about it.
Okay.
The 5-star people, they already love it, right?
They're already on board.
They're already on board.
Yeah.
And the 1-star people,
They're probably never going to like anything you do.
they're probably not your target audience anyway.
True.
But those 3-star people,
They're on the fence.
they're on the fence.
They're like,
It was good, but...
Exactly. They're the ones who are saying, I liked it, but I wish it had this, or it was good, but it could have been better if.
Oh. They're telling you what's missing.
They are.
That's smart.
Right.
So it's almost like they're giving you this blueprint
Yes.
to write a better book
Yes.
by telling you what they wished the other book had.
It's like they're handing you a to-do list.
I love it. So you can position yourself to fill that gap, basically.
Yeah. You're like, okay, you wanted this, I got you.
Yeah. Come to me. I've got what you need.
Yes.
That's so smart. So you're listening to your future readers before you even write a single word.
Exactly.
I love it. But I have a question. Okay, so it's a standout book, right?
Yeah.
But how does that actually translate into, business results?
That's a great question, and I'm glad you asked.
Yeah, why should someone care about making their book stand out?
Well, Karma says it builds trust with potential clients
Okay.
because they see that you understand their challenges.
Uh-huh.
But you're also offering something new, something they haven't heard before.
Right, they see you as an authority.
Right, you're not just repeating the same old advice that everyone else is giving.
You're bringing something new to the table.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it's not just about selling books.
Yeah.
It's about building your credibility and attracting clients.
It's bigger than that.
It's bigger than that.
I like it.
So it's like that saying, right? People do business with people.
Right, like, and trust.
Yes. And a good book can help establish all three of those things.
Yeah, if it really resonates with them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And remember, this is a LinkedIn newsletter article.
Oh, yeah, right.
So this is Carma Spence.
She knows her stuff.
She knows what she's talking about when it comes to building a personal brand.
Exactly. And she's putting her money where her mouth is, right?
Yeah.
She's using this approach herself.
And look at her. She's killing it.
She's doing pretty well.
Yeah, she's doing pretty well.
So she knows what she's talking about.
She does. She does.
Okay, so to recap, the pink gorilla strategy.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta identify those essential gorilla topics in your field.
Yeah.
And then decide, are you going to dance with them? Or are you going to challenge them?
Right.
Add your own spin or come at it from a completely different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget that key step she mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Diving into those 3-star reviews.
That's where the gold is.
Exactly. The hidden desires of your readers.
Yes.
I love that.
It's so smart.
So smart. It's like she says in the article, a book that stands out creates trust.
Yes.
You're showing readers, you're not just rehashing the same old advice.
You get it.
Right. You're bringing something new and valuable to the conversation.
You're bringing the value.
Exactly. You're adding value.
Okay, so we've got the pink gorilla strategy down.
I feel like I'm ready to write a book now.
Me too.
Almost.
Almost.
Hmm?
Well, before we wrap up, I have one final thought for you.
Okay.
Think about the pink gorillas in your field.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
What are those must-cover topics that everyone writes about?
Yeah. The ones you can't avoid.
The ones you can't avoid.
The gorillas in the room, so to speak.
Yes. And how could you approach them in a way that's both familiar
Mm-hmm.
and surprising?
Ooh, I like that. So they know what to expect, but you're still bringing that element of like, wait a minute, I haven't thought about it that way before.
Exactly. So you could dance with them by adding your unique spin.
Okay.
Or you could challenge them with a whole new perspective.
Oh, I love that question. That's a good one to leave our listeners with.
It is, right?
It really gets to the heart of what makes a book impactful.
It does. Because it's not just about giving information. It's about adding your own voice and insights to the conversation.
Right. You're adding something to the world.
Exactly.
Not just regurgitating what's already out there.
It's like, what's your unique perspective?
Exactly.
What's your pink gorilla?
Love it. It really is. And don't forget those 3-star reviews.
Oh, yeah, those are key.
That's your secret weapon, right?
They really are.
Like a little sneak peek into what people want.
And you can almost guarantee they're going to be reading other books in your field.
Right. So they're primed
Yes.
to see what you've got.
And if your book delivers on what those 3-star reviews are saying is missing,
Boom. You've got them.
you've got them.
Especially when you consider where this advice is coming from.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're talking about Carma Spence here.
She's the real deal.
Right. She's built this whole platform.
On LinkedIn, no less.
Exactly. By understanding what works on LinkedIn.
She knows how to get people's attention.
She knows what makes people click.
And if it works on LinkedIn,
Think about a whole book.
right.
The potential is huge.
It's exciting to think about.
So to sum up the pink gorilla strategy,
Mm-hmm.
identify the gorilla topics.
The big ones.
Yeah, the must-haves.
Right.
Then figure out your angle.
Dance or challenge.
Exactly. Add your own spin or flip the script completely.
Love it.
And don't forget, mine those 3-star reviews.
That's the secret sauce.
It is. It is. Like she says in the article, a book that stands out creates trust. You're not just rehashing old ideas, you're offering something fresh.
Something new.
Right. Something that makes people go, huh, I haven't heard it like that before.
An aha moment.
Exactly. That's what keeps people reading.
And in today's world, with so much information out there,
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
you got to stand out.
You got to cut through the noise.
Absolutely. So think about it from the reader's perspective.
Okay.
They're bombarded with stuff all day long.
Emails, articles, social media.
Everything. So why should they pick up your book?
Good question. It's got to be something special.
It's got to be that unique perspective, that fresh take.
Something that makes them think, this is different. This is worth my time.
And that's where the pink gorilla strategy comes in.
It gives you that framework, that roadmap to creating something truly impactful.
Something that resonates with people.
And sets you apart from the crowd.
So, to recap our deep dive today,
Yeah.
we've been exploring Carma Spence's pink gorilla strategy.
Straight from her LinkedIn newsletter.
And it's all about crafting a business book that not only stands out,
But also delivers real value.
value for your readers,
And ultimately value for you.
because a standout book can lead to
More clients.
more opportunities.
and a stronger personal brand.
Exactly. It's not just about selling books, it's about building your platform.
And making a real impact in your field.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh.
It really is all about that bigger picture.
Right, and Karma's advice is so valuable because she's coming from that world of online content creation where standing out is everything.
It's true. If you can capture attention on LinkedIn, imagine what you can do with a whole book.
Exactly, the principles are the same.
Right, whether it's a short post or a full-length book,
You've got to hook the reader.
make them think.
Give them something they haven't seen before.
That's the pink gorilla.
That's it.
So to wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah, let's bring it home.
remember, your book doesn't have to be just another face in the crowd.
It can be the one that everyone remembers.
The pink gorilla.
The one that sparks conversations and gets people thinking differently.
And with Carma Spence's insights from her LinkedIn newsletter, you've got the tools to make it happen.
Absolutely. It's all about finding that sweet spot between the familiar and the unexpected.
The tried and true with a twist.
Exactly.
So go out there, find your pink gorilla, and make your book stand out.
And thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
We'll see you next time.